I've been checking my emails and shit in my Snapchat, and a lot of people been sending me, they're like, man, look, Leno, look, bro. The sun and the moon in the sky at the same time. Right there is proof that it's a flat fucking earth. It's fucking proof.
For ease of interpretation, we have this bowl and we have a globe, okay? See this globe? Now, I'm going to hold it here. Doesn't matter, don't worry about the axle tilt. That's irrelevant because it spins around its axis. This is going to act as its axis. So what I'm going to show is that this bowl is representative, if we hold the Earth about here, of about this latitude, which is about, I don't know, 30 degrees, okay? But this represents the oceans over this area. See? All under there, all that water under there is represented by this water. And what I'm going to do is show with the simple use of a Rissler smoking paper. I am not sponsored by Rissler. This is a cigarette paper, and this is a Pyrex bowl, and this is a clay turning table, and that's some water with some blue dye, acrylic paint, and it's mixed with a tiny little bit of a bonding agent like PVA, which makes it slightly more viscous, not slightly more fluid. So see how the water is at that level? Now I'm going to start to spin it, and we're going to start to see whether or not the water rises from that level. Now, what Globelings will tell you is, oh, you're spinning it much too fast. Well, I can do something else. I can make a mark in the center of the Rissler. And every time the mark goes past the reference point of the camera or your eye or whatever, that is 24 hours, okay? And I can spin it incredibly fast. You can see that the water has centrifugally moved towards the equator.
Did I tell you about this stupid bitch that emailed me back when I had my original channel? Yeah, she claimed that she knows 20 people who are living with a diagnosis of AIDS or HIV. And so I asked her, please send me their information, their contact information and their names, because I would love to bring them on my show and interview them and talk to them. I've never met anybody that has AIDS. And haven't heard back from her yet. So yeah, I guess I have to make a video dumbing down the AIDS hoax conspiracy, because there's a huge group of people that just haven't been able to grasp it yet. So I thought I would take the time out of my day to go ahead and explain to people how and why AIDS is a hoax. Once again, I'm so effing sick of fucking talking about AIDS and HIV.
So again, the point, when you see the lunar eclipse terminator line, you're looking at a sharp line from the Earth. But when you get real close, you can see that that sharp line is no longer a sharp line. It's kind of like this line. You get up real close with this 100x microscope, and you can see that this line is not a line at all. It's made up of letters. And look, it's my Social Security card, and it says signature, and that line is not a line. It's made up of letters, because I've gotten real close. So if you are on the Earth and you see the terminator line on the moon from the Earth, the terminator line caused by something, the shadow of the Earth or another planet, we don't know. But anyway, from our point of view, this far away, it's going to be a sharp line. So you see, you got to think about what you're looking at.
We can argue, oh well, you see this solid barrier, which is a lot more solid than the fluid. Well, let's pretend like the world is kind of like this, but the opposite. where the atmosphere that we call atmosphere, the gases above the ocean, above the water, above the boundary of the water, that which is a lot lighter, softer than the water, and this is a lot harder. Let's pretend like those gases would not have the water move into it if it was spinning on a globe.
And this is 2019, this is a big year for Flat Earth, mainly because this is going to be a year where those who are truly within the new covenant and believe on Jesus Christ, they will have an opportunity to see the difference between the heretics in this movement and the true believers on the one true gospel.
All right, so today I am out in the country so I can perform an experiment and not disturb anybody at the same time. Today what I want to demonstrate is the different type of marks that a high velocity object making an impact will create. So for instance, if space rocks are said to be smacking into the moon and making those round craters, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take my air rifle and I'm going to shoot BBs into the earth, the ground right here, and I'm going to shoot the ground at various angles. I'm going to shoot the ground at 90-degree angles, and then I'm going to shoot the ground at all different varying angles so that we can compare and contrast the different impact marks that the BB makes into the ground. And that's going to be my experiment, is just get different types of impact marks from different angles so that I can demonstrate if objects were hitting the moon all day long from space, we should see varying different marks and not just circular impacts, which basically seems like that's all there is on the moon is circular impacts. And there should be different sorts of impacts, like ones that make trails and dig marks. So that's what I'm going to do today, is attempt to make trails and dig marks with my BB gun to demonstrate that if objects are hitting a spot at various different angles, we should see various different sorts of impacts.
This water is representing water around the same region of a globe. You understand? This is half a globe, and this will make a full globe. This is a full globe. See? You can hold it here if you want. Make it, oh, exactly the same size. About there. There. Now, it's representing this region. If you want to think it that way. You can think of it this way too if you want. Doesn't really matter.
Okay, hi, hello. Guess it's now time to be serious. In case you haven't realized, we're moving towards the past. Well, time is not linear in the sense that we think that it's linear, but even as we perceive it, we're moving to the past.
Now I'm going to shoot the different angles. I can't tell you what angle because I'm just going to make them up. But if objects are hitting the moon for millions and billions of years, they should be hitting the moon at different angles, right? Not just 90-degree angles. So now I'm going to shoot different angles into this spot.
Now, what Globelinks will have you believe is, first of all, that the atmosphere, which is being represented by the glass here, somehow would not have water move into that atmosphere. The glass is more rigid than the air we breathe.
Now you telling me this nigga right here is in outer space in the car, right? First of all, I'm gonna tell you why this shit's fake, okay? When you Google the Earth, what pops up? The ball Earth, right? It's like almost perfect. If you zoom in on this shit, you can see corners in the goddamn Earth. Number one. Number two, that's how you know the shit like edited and photoshopped and shit. Number two, what you don't see on the fucking Earth? No continents, no United States at all. All you see right now is clouds and fucking water. Number three, where the fuck the stars at? You don't see no stars, no goddamn well. Number four, where the fuck the satellites at? If it's tens to 20,000s of satellites around the fucking Earth, where the fuck they at? I don't see shit.
And I can spin it incredibly fast.